Welcome back, GSN Gems. So part 2 of Fashion Week. This week, Milan and Paris.
Yes. We're welcoming back part 2, and we saw a lot of similarities when it came to accessories in New York, London, Milan, and Paris.
We did, and the fashion trends were all about the bold gold. Did you love it?
Yes.
I loved it.
I loved it.
Of course I loved it. I'm wearing it right now. YSL. All over their runway. Monique, did you see the dangle gold earrings, the chunky chain necklaces, and the bold gold bangles? I'm really trying to get an invitation to Fashion Week.
Tara, that's right. YSL did a lot with the bold gold. They also did a lot with the colored stones mixed with the gold jewelry, which was really cool. And it kind of gave me a 80s vibe that I really liked. There was another Italian fashion house called Schiaparelli. They made a beautiful, thank you, I'm working on my pronunciation right now, but they did a beautiful job when it came to the gold theme, right? And it was big and bold.
And another designer that did that beautifully was Valentino. That luxury collection. We saw lots of gold dangles, big bold chains, chokers. It was flawless.
Someone else who did a great job was Hermes. Now, they're very simplistic.
One of my favorites.
When it comes, I love simplicity is beautiful as well when it comes to looks on the runway. But when they did accessorize, they made sure they did it with those big statement necklaces, right? Those beautiful long linear earrings, as well as those eye-catching bracelets. They did a great job.
Not only did you and I notice it, celebrities noticed it. We could tell because they looked like they just walked off the runway themselves. They had those exact looks on as they attended the shows.
Yes, Tara, that's so true. Like even the singer Rosé, she's a K-pop singer from New Zealand. She was at YSL, their fashion show, and she also made a statement with her layering of the necklaces, of her gold necklaces. And one of the necklaces had some pearls mixed with it, right? So it gave a whole nother mixture of textures.
Yeah, dimension and the texture. And we're talking about all the big, bold, right? That was great. But how about the little delicate, small, barely there jewelry?
Yes, Tara, those also made a statement. You can't forget about the small jewelry, because we had some designers like Givenchy, like they made sure they took advantage of those small little statement jewelry so they can do the stacking, the layering. A lot of times you saw that their models were stacking rings of different metals, some yellow metals, some white metals, and then you also saw the layering on the ears with the earrings. Like one ear might have had several hoops, while another ear just remained bare. It was a nice mix and match. It gave it a very edgy look, I think.
Very edgy, and that's something we've been talking about all season, if you've kept up with our fashion videos, Monique, right? We're talking about the linear looks, the very edgy, speaking of edgy, Fendi. Fendi
did a great job
all over the place with it. They had big chunky looks on one side and then totally bare on the other. Very 80s.
Very 80s.
I'm an 80s child. You know I love that.
Yes, that asymmetrical, because they also were doing those big dangles, right, on one side, and then you had maybe a small little dangle on the other side, which gave it that asymmetrical 80s look you were telling me about earlier. It was really
Helps
cool.
a girl also when she can't find a second earring to match, right?
Right. You could just go with it, right? I've always wanted to do that, so now you have a chance to do it.
I know the trends that are coming back are so great. Big, bold gold, asymmetrical looks. Listen, if you're not into the big, bold, you can wear something very delicate.
Yeah, and we even had some celebrities doing it too. They were embracing that mixing and matching of the earrings, right? We had one actress, Rachel Zegler, okay? She's actually going to be starring as Maria in the new remake of West Side Story by Steven Spielberg. So
I love that so much.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that because I'm a musical theater girl, so I'm just in love with that. But she did the whole mixing and matching of the earring sizes. One earring on one ear was dangling earring that was kind of like a nature motif, while the other one was just a gold stud, which she accessorized perfectly.
And it didn't look odd at all.
It looked odd at all. Perfectly matched. Yeah, it looked great.
And if you love these trends, we have all of these on the Gem Shopping Network.
Right.
All the styles that you're seeing all over the runways right now.
That's right. And as a matter of fact, it's time to show you some pieces from 2 of our shows.
So all of these pieces are from our live show, some of our estate collections. We have these gorgeous rings. What do you think about these big, bold looks?
Yes. I love these rings. They're very similar to what we saw on the runway when it came to stacking different rings and different metals, especially with Givenchy.
Givenchy. That is a tongue twister, but I'll tell you what, I think a lot of times we don't think about stacking on the same finger. Maybe a ring that looks a little bit different, but they were doing it and it looks amazing. And then next to it, we have the mixing and matching of the stones and the different colors. And then right beside it, big, bold statement ring. I love it so much. I feel like the bigger, the better. You can never go wrong.
Right.
And right above it, we have beautiful earrings. I mean, that is kind of the mix we're seeing. Definitely. And then stacking bangles.
And we saw that even with Hermes, they were doing that with their statement bracelets or bangles.
Moving on up, Monique and I have said that this trend, this beautiful diamond look, is our favorite. We have stacking necklaces here. One is more of a drop necklace and the other one rides a little closer to your neckline and décolleté, but I love that look together.
Yeah, it looks really royal too.
Moving over to the bold gold stacking of necklaces.
You can't go wrong with that. We saw a lot of that on the runway when it comes to Valentino, Hermes, all of that. You have all those different golds, those different textures of gold.
So GSN Gems, do you have any questions about any of the jewelry that we just showed to you? You can call us at our toll-free number. We have sales representatives that are always ready to talk with you.
That's right, and we want you to join in on the conversation. So if you saw any jewelry trends from any of the fashion weeks that you liked or even didn't like, make sure you comment below.
And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. We don't want you to miss out on any of the jewelry trends or tips that we show in our videos.
That's right. And also, if you want to discover any more runway-worthy jewelry that we provide here at Gem Shopping Network, all you have to do is click on the link below so you can watch our 24/7 live shows. We're on right now.
Thanks for watching, Gems.